Hey there, YouTube. Charles T back again with a PSA reveal, and started out with the trade I made just yesterday. Nice guy, Robert, was watching the channel, saw the 101 Superfractor Munchin Madonna from the Garbage Pail Kids blaster break that I did. Reached out, wanted to make a deal. He's big into Garbage Pail Kids. He's in town actually in Vegas for WrestleMania, and he wants to do that whole rainbow. So obviously he needs the 101. So this is part of what he traded me. I got more as well, other stuff, but these are the highlights. So Ricky Henderson, rookie 1980 tops. Pretty nice. Said he's had this in the mantle here, pretty much in his collection since he was about 8 years old. So they are real. Did check them out. But pretty nice on the Henderson. Probably 6-7 range maybe. So 125 there. The mantle, haven't had a mantle before. And this one's decent condition. Hoping on 3 or 4. It's got some chipping there, a little bit of paper there. The corner's not too great. That corner's not too great. These corners aren't bad, and the centering's not horrible. So I might just go SGC with these two. It's the one thing I'll use SGC for. I won't use them for anything else, is vintage. Pretty much SGC 3 or 4 is the same price as PSA, and you don't have to pay, ridiculous prices. And this was, the big part of the deal. This is, you can see it there, 101 Barry Bonds game used bat knob. It is leaf, so it's not licensed, but was used in a major league game. And from Bonds, home run king. You don't know if he hit a home run with the bat or not, or what, but just, piece of history. So he also gave me some of the cards, probably totaled another about $500-$600 worth of stuff there. So super nice guy. Glad I met him. I know we'll keep in touch. And if you're listening, Robert, thank you. And I appreciate the deal. And hope you make that rainbow happen. I'd love to see it. We've got 2 PSA grade reveals here. This was an express Caitlin order that I did that I absolutely got murdered on. So this centering's great on this. Left to right, top to bottom. Not sure what they saw here. Nothing on the corners. So that might get cracked out and resent. I don't know. But paid $39.99 or $29.99 per card on these. They had some special. So I thought I could take advantage of it. Get it back a little bit quicker. But yeah, that's not good. This gets an 8. Centering, obviously, top to bottom. I was thinking maybe a 9 on that. At the time, the 9s were going for about 200. They were a little bit higher, but 8 just kills the value, so I'll probably crack that out. Sell that raw. Blue was the best blue I had. Centering was right on the cusp, 55-45. Left to right looks good as well. And again, the corners, immaculate. So not sure whether I give it a 9. This one, the centering, top to bottom, is probably what got it. Did want to take the chance, get it in there. It's still probably about a $350 card, just raw, and should get about that in a 9 anyway. So really not, losing too much. It was worth the chance because PSA 10s going anywhere from 25 to 5,000, just depending on the day. So tough to grade these Caitlin. So big failure there. And here comes some not so nice grades to start. This order, this is probably going to be the new norm for PSA. Bought this off of eBay. Looked clean. Centering is perfect. Nothing as far as surface that I saw. And gets the 7. Don't understand that one. Same with this photogenic. Bought it off of eBay. It was only like $3-4, something like that. But looked nice. Thought I had a chance at a 9, maybe a 10. So I sent it in. Hopefully, I could pull a 10. Did have this one little white spot there, but it's not bad. all white back, so I know they didn't get me on the back, but it is what it is there. Another Steph red. Can't remember if I pulled this or I bought this, but gets the 9. Then we get into select. INSQ gets the 10. Stuff's been selling for me pretty well. I sold the pink ice. I think I got 52 for that. So hopefully I can get the same on the red. Camera Brink, Purple Wave. Not a ton of value on that, but nice card. Gets the 10. She sells pretty decent. Select gets the 9. And this is probably centering on a lot of these 9s going forward. I was sent these under the pretense of 55, 60-40, not 55-45. So that's probably where they got me on a lot of these 9s and some of the 8s. 8 on the Brink, 10 on the Monopoly Brink. I don't have the values ready, guys. I just got these, so I figured just throw up the video. And we got a mismatch of WNBA Monopoly. I did sell out of all the Monopoly that I had of her, so nice to have some. I think I got 3 10s out of this and 2 9s and an 8. Yep. There's the 9, but I was getting 72 a piece for the 10s. Kelsey Plum, Gold Millionaire, the 500, gets the 9. Reese gets a 10, another 10, 8, and an 8. Pretty much the same centering on all these, same corners, same edges, everything. I just don't know, what they're seeing here. Just the inconsistent grading that's what PSA needs to really tighten up. Because you got these guys, you get graders like this that they're just so all over the board. And when that happens, you get screwed, especially in the middle of the chain, just, 60-40, 55-45. But, if they get more consistent, then, that would be a lot better for the hobby. Right now, they're going to be driving people out of grading, which I think is part of their plan, which is kind of ridiculous. They're a grading company. But they're turning into more of a selling company, and got a little rant on that probably in my next video. But we'll get on with it. Brock Bowers, nice hit there. Last sale on that was about $235 a couple days ago. It's a nice silver. Can get 10s, guys, on Prism, so you just got to look it over real nice. Cooper DeJean gets a 10. Not a big card, but, had that huge pick in the Super Bowl. The pink gets a 9, though. Harrison Disco gets a 9. Bucky Irvin, that's a card you have to 10. So it's pretty much lose some money on the 9 here. So thought I would get a 10. That's why I sent it. PSA 10 on the red, white, and blue Jefferson. Another card you got to get a 10 on. Mergent gets the 9. This, I believe, is a pop 1 or 2. So these are tough to grade. Very, very tough. So nice to see that can still get 10s on these. On the May rookie gear, McCarthy gets a 10. And then we get a 7, a random 7 for the prismatic. Inserts usually are grading better than the regular cards, but just a small microscopic tick of white there. So I don't know why that's a 7. There's no indents. There's nothing on this card that would say 7. Nothing on the back. Except for that little tick of white, but 7. Come on, guys. We've got Lad McConkey. Bo Nix, 10 and 9. Ricky Pearsall had a great season in the disco. Penix 7, again, don't know what the heck they're seeing here. Centering probably should, under the new standards should probably be a 9, but one little dot there. That is it on that card. That's it, guys. White corners are nice. Small tick of white there. but not a 7. Emergent gets the 10. Brian Thomas, sorry, the 10. This card I actually got upcharged on, and we'll just go through the rest of the cards. We'll go into that story. 10 on the fireworks and a 9 on the prismatic. But biggest card in the order, obviously. Right now it's going for about $750. There were some sales about $950 probably about a month and a half ago. But I get the email from PSA saying, "Hey, I got an upcharge." So, normally don't care. That's great. You get an upcharge. But then I see what they're trying to charge me, and they're trying to charge me at the $1,500 level when they just introduced $1,000 level, and the difference is about $20. And I just got screwed because they made that change from 60/40 down to 55/45. So I made a big stink about it. Their reasoning was, they didn't have that $1,000 level when I submitted the cards, so that's why they're charging me that. So I basically told them, I spent X amount of dollars with you guys. This is absolutely ridiculous. It shouldn't matter what was available when I had it, when I submitted the cards, but what's available now, and that's a $59.99. It's $20, whatever, save. But with PSA, every little bit helps, and you can't just let them screw you over. So, moral of the story is talk to somebody, fight it. PSA's got to give a little bit. They can't just keep dictating the bullshit that they're, excuse my language, the bullshit that they're doing. They don't announce changes. Selling on their platform is getting to be a joke. Anything under $100 is an absolute joke. And next week I'll go into that. So that's all I got. But nice to get a 10 on the biggest card in the order. So with this and the Bowers, pretty much covers everything as far as costs. Overall, 21 out of 40 for a 52.5 PSA 10 rate. 11 PSA 9s, 27.5, 4 8s, 4 7s, 10% a piece on those. So 7s are pretty much a shock. None of those look like, even 8s. That should be 9s. But not worth cracking, not worth arguing. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Wait to see the next reveal. It is absolutely just mind-blowing. Absolutely in a bad way. So, all right, guys. I'll see you probably next week. Take care.